When someone searches for a compliance training platform, they usually land on one of two very different products, and most of the time, they land on the wrong one. The first category is HR compliance platforms, harassment prevention, ethics certification, workplace conduct programs, data privacy training. These exist to satisfy employment law obligations and internal policy requirements. The documentation standard is a completion record. They do this job well. The second category is regulated industry compliance platforms, GMP qualification training, CAPA-triggered retraining, version-controlled SOP training, training records that will be examined by FDA investigators, ISO-notified body auditors, and sponsor qualification teams. The documentation standard is regulatory evidence. Most HR compliance platforms were never designed to produce it. Here is the practical difference, and it comes down to what a training record is actually for. In a regulated environment, a training completion record is not evidence that an employee learned something. It is evidence that an employee was authorized to perform a specific task. That distinction changes everything about what the platform producing that record must do. The record must capture which version of the procedure the training was against, not just the title, the specific version number. It must carry a 21 CFR Part 11 compliant electronic signature, not a checkbox, capturing the signer's name, the date and time, and the meaning of the signature. It must be backed by a tamper-evident audit trail that shows every action affecting the record from creation to the present, including any modifications with the original value preserved. And the platform generating these records must itself be validated as a GXP computerized system under 21 CFR Part 211.68. None of that is what an HR compliance platform was built to deliver, and none of it surfaces during a product demonstration focused on user experience and content library breadth. It surfaces when an investigator sits down with your training records and starts asking specific questions. The third failure mode that regulated organizations frequently discover after deployment is the disconnect from quality events. When a CAPA investigation identifies training as a root cause, the corrective training assignment should generate automatically, not through an email to a training coordinator who creates it manually in a separate system days later. When a procedure is revised through change control, retraining should follow before the new version takes effect. A compliance training platform with no connection to these quality events cannot enforce these obligations. It can only record them if someone else remembers to create the assignments. eLeap handles all of it. HR compliance programs and regulated industry compliance training in a single validated platform with native QMS integration. One system. Every compliance obligation your organization carries. See the full guide in the description. Subscribe for more. Contact eLeap for your validated compliance training platform needs.